in the second half, so we'll get a look right from the start at Carson Beck and his high-octane Hurricanes offense, and they'll begin this drive at their 25-yard line. Mark Fletcher Jr. in the backfield. Beck going to throw it on first down. Great protection. And the slant to C.J. Daniels. Started his career at Liberty. Boise State held the Florida Gators to just 16. And in trouble is Beck. He's able to get it off complete. Not enough for a first down. But good work there by Beck. 3:45 for the left tackle, Markel Brown. Fletcher in the backfield, and Beck will keep it himself, and he has the first down across midfield to the 47-yard line. And that is a question. Can this smaller, they're not small, but smaller defensive front hold up? Great protection. And down the field to the near sideline. Catch is made, and there's that freshman, Malachi Tony. Boy, what a talent he is.
Yeah, Malachi Tony, his whole thing.
Again, all day to throw it. Catch is made across the middle. Beck pump fake. Lays it off and a touchdown, Miami. On display from the get-go.
Yeah, Carson Wentz scanning the field, finding his receiver for the touchdown. Right now, Miami's winning 7-0. And on defense, you got Ruben Bain. He can easily destroy this game. And then in the back end, O.J. Harit, outstanding young quarter, physical, heat-seeking missile in the secondary.
So an early third down and 4 for the Bulls. That's Neptune in motion. And they put it back in Neptune's hands, and this time he lunges forward enough for a first down. The Florida Gators 18-16. Good start for the Canes here today in Miami. A first down run. And still on his feet. Talked about, Will did, how strong and powerful Fletcher Jr. is. He is a junior. Had a chance to choose this game a couple of weeks back. Who would have thunk it? South Florida would be 2-0, but here they are. Dumping off out of the backfield. Oh my, what a punishing blow. Who hit on their only third down attempt so far today. And they do it again. Easy pitch and catch to Keelan Marion. They lost their top 6 pass catchers from a year ago. They brought in 3 transfers. They've got some very talented freshmen. And look out, Fletcher in the open field. Still on his feet. And he's all the way up to the 47-yard line. Best run of the day for Fletcher, who is their leading rusher so far this early season. Here's so much of the Tommy John surgery in baseball more than football. And didn't start throwing until fall camp. And just tripped up before he was taking it to the house is Keelan Marion.
So far, this offense has been using everybody. Right now, you got Keelan coming around on the reverse. He does a great job of putting his foot in the ground. No wasted movement, getting upfield. I'm trying to teach my son right there. He's a receiver. I'm trying.
And Beck with 0 pass rush, and he's looking in the end zone. And it is a touchdown. Joshua Moore. His second touchdown of the game, his second touchdown of the season.
All day, but oh, Marty Marr, Shamar Brown, he heard me. He said, listen, I'm blocking too. Watch him come over and make this beautiful block that allows Carson Beck to find his receiver deep for the touchdown. Everyone's protecting, Tom. Everybody.
Take it off and just putting it up there, and the catch is made by Nimrod. And how about that? It looked like a disaster, and that tells you a little bit about what you need to know if you've never seen Byram.
Watch him. His eyes are downfield for Byram. He's rotating. He's looking. He knows he's about to get hit, and he took a shot right there in the ribs. Listen, we talked to Coach Golish, and
good hold and a good kick. This guy is a good field goal kicker, Nico Gramatica. And after the big 50-yard pass completion, it turns into points for the first time today for the South Florida Bulls. Two backs check in. And Beck all day to throw it. Rolling, now in trouble, and down he goes. There is a penalty flag right in the middle of the field. That's Mac Harris, the third, getting over there to four-man rush. And he's going to take off, and he will get enough for a first down.
You want to drop in coverage, you're not putting pressure on. He's going to do a great job and use his feet.
Great protection, and looking down the far side, he's got it, and a catch is made by Nimrod inside the 10.
But he also has this. He has that absolute cannon. Does a great job. Nimrod does a great job stacking.
Yards away, which he does. So now a one-score game. 14-6 Miami with 11:16 to go until halftime. All right, so now it's Carson Beck and company. From the 25, Beck across the middle. And he connects to Keelan Marion. Beck 9 of 11, 128 yards. And Miami on the move again. All day to throw. And just dumps it off to Fletcher Jr. out in the backfield. And he scampers, tiptoes along the sideline. Now Miami hurrying up to the line of scrimmage. And a big hole. Fletcher inside the 22. The end zone. Touchdown run. The longest run of this season for Mark Fletcher Jr. Bang, bang, bang.
Look at that. Blocking by all these receivers down the field. He makes a great move on the defensive back there. And just look at that. More down the field blocking by Keelan Marion.
Because every game, by and large, except for the end of the Boise State game, has been tight. And Brown still on his feet somehow, and down he goes.
It's a scary sight when you see Ruben Bain running after you in the backfield. This is what I mean. They got to get a rush from the D-line. They send an extra one. They send 5. They surround him.
If you weren't with us earlier, this is a massively talented offensive line. It's something that Mario Cristobal talked about in their recruiting, and he is an outstanding recruiter. There's no two ways about that. True freshman. Beck is going to take off, and he will not get there. He appears to be a yard or two, depending on the spot, short. Blitz coming, and it's intercepted. Bryce Fitzgerald.
There it is, bringing the pressure.
Byram Brown.
And they're able to get pressure immediately, which forces him to get rid of the football. Even though they are a high-tempo team, some RPO, some quarterback design runs, they are over 70% of a drop-back team. So don't want to sit back there and try to pick you guys apart like you did last drive. Get some pressure.
Fletcher checks back into the backfield. Very good receiver is Fletcher. Catch is made by Tony, but well short of the first down.
Routine.
They give it to Fletcher. And he is able to muscle ahead inside the 15 for a first down, Hurricanes. Don't see it much anymore with your son, do you?
Ever. It's all shotgun.
That with the read option, and he has a first down inside the 3-yard line. High formation, Fletcher. is the first rushing touchdown for Beck in a Hurricanes uniform. But what a start for him in Miami.
I love when Coach Dawson breaks the tendencies. He ran quarterback direct run before. Yet USF is thinking, no way, they're not going to run it again. Sure enough, fake, I saw it with the bootleg.
Neptune is corralled around the head to go after another. They will not take the foot off the gas here. No chance. Tony from a 22. Still on his feet across the 40, and he's just tripped up. Then collided with his own man. But an excellent return by Tony.
I almost got flashbacks here.
Trying to add to a 28-6 lead. They're looking at one play. Contact down there, and what a catch by C.J. Daniels. A flag was thrown. He caught it anyway.
I mean, this guy's a walking highlight reel. Okay, everything.
Back in the third. Defense number 22. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Look at that. He fights to get back and plucks this football.
Wow. And then decided to transfer for a second time, his third school. And what a start here at Miami for Daniels. And as he throws in the first interception thrown this year by Carson Beck. And Jarvis Lee Jr.
Yeah, you see Matt come right off the edge. Mac Harris bringing the pressure, attacking the upfield shoulder. Just enough so he couldn't throw a touch pass. Great play.
Third down, they're just going to run it. And it's good enough for a first down, but that is the final play of an opening half dominated by the Miami Hurricanes. That's Neptune, who was injured in the first quarter. They're going to lay it off to him, and there's Bain. Reuben Bain Jr., their leading tackler. A couple of sacks already, an interception, a forced fumble.
But you don't want to throw it to his side.
Talked about first down there from Wes a minute ago and not getting into second and third and long. And catches made. Over 300 yards of offense in the first half. And it is in the air to begin the second half. And the catch is made by Keelan Marion. They believe he has a chance to be one of the greats. Now, granted, you're only 3 games into your true freshman year. But, boy, they like what they see. Beck slings it to the near side, and the catch is made by C.J. Daniels, and he is not gotten up yet. Kick returner, first-team All-American a year ago as a kick returner. Beck, quick slant, and that's the aforementioned Keelan Marion. Ran for over 7 yards per carry. Started the season opener against Notre Dame. And there's a second interception thrown by Carson Beck. It was tipped into the air and then into the arms of James Chenault, the sophomore out of Orlando Jones High School. They really like his future, Chenault.
Great job playing the football.
4 drives. Good start to this one. Nimrod lost his footing, or that would have been a monster gain. It will be a first down up to the 46-yard line. Only a sophomore. Halfback pass, and read beautifully by the Hurricanes on defense. They get it off in time. Going to take off. Ball is loose. And it looks like the Canes have gobbled it up. Yes, they have. Down at the bottom of that pile is Jay Smith.
They're always taught that the quarterback is the most careless with the football. Defense did a great job taking a shot, getting that ball out.
I think it's Jacoby Thomas, yep. The strong safety.
Boom, face on the football.
I think it's Jacoby Thomas, yep. the strong safety.
Boom, face on the football, gets it out immediately. That is a big-time play.
Well, they love Thomas. Played 3 years in Middle Tennessee State. Then a year in Tennessee. Played 13 games last season for the Volunteers, and this is his first. They got a lot of new bodies back there in that secondary. The only guy that got significant playing time that returned this year was O.J. Frederick, who played every game, starting in half of them. Sitting down right in the middle of that zone is Tony, and he's across midfield. First game with you and I getting a chance to work together along with the big man, Wes Bryant. First down throw. There's Singleton. That's the guy we made the comment earlier. They call him a baby Calvin Johnson. All right, so a first down and a 15-yard penalty. One of the better runs of the day. It has been so quiet in the run game, as you pointed out earlier, Will Blackman.
Real light in the run game, but if you get something going, man, this would be super beneficial.
How about that fake right there? And into the open field is Wyatt Sullivan all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That was a nice-looking design play there.
The old tight end pop pass. Float over the top.
31-yard gain. And now Brown lays it off to Isaac. And that's a gain of 9. When you get a touchdown here, you make it a 2-score game. Quarterback design run and able to barely get that first down a season ago. And Miami did it in the very first game of this year. Brown lost his footing there to lose a yard. He came here from Minnesota. He was only there 1 year. What a job he did. That's good strong running there by Isaac. Then in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, they gave up 42 points again. That time to Iowa State. There's Tony across the middle. And a first down up to the 34.
To really commit to what this defense is trying to do.
Near side. What a catch by Keelan Marion. Boy, they have brought in some stallions, haven't they, from that transfer portal?
But this is a great battle between him and Shenault. Great job, great coverage, great double move, but he just did enough to just get ahead. And great ball. Enough to fade him on the outside. You see that he's right there.
Spanning 60 yards the last 2 plays. That one for 30. And they fake the run. They put it in the air. Tony lost his footing somehow, some way. Stayed on his feet, man. What an athlete. There's a cat up there at Ohio State from Florida who ain't too bad. Jeremiah Smith. Powerful running there. Fletcher banging on the door of a 100-yard rushing game.
For those rugby fans, you're probably smiling at this.
10 rushes, 86 yards for Mark Fletcher. He had 86 in the last game and a couple of touchdowns against Bethune-Cookman. And it is another touchdown. Back-to-back games, 2 rushing touchdowns for Mark Fletcher Jr. 99 yards in the game.
Just unfortunate poor tackling on South Florida's part. Great blocking for Miami and just outstanding running from Fletcher there. You see the arm swinging, you see the dreads flying. He's determined to get to the end zone right there.
It was 28-6 at halftime, and we nearly got through the entire quarter without. But I mean, bang, 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 3 straight. What a catch by Singleton. Boy, that big frame, he reached out there and just snatched that thing. That was a bullet by Brown. Second down after maybe a gain of a yard. Blitz coming, they pick it up, well done. And Neptune, a reception, that'll be a gain of close to 8. Bring up third down and short for the Bulls. Next week we'll come to you from Atlanta. And there is a first down run. And still on his feet, running hard, is Sam Franklin. We've not called his name today. And these Miami Hurricanes, nobody would have ever guessed that when they came into the Atlantic Coast Conference. Nice little bubble screen there, and it will lead to a touchdown for Christian Neptune. First touchdown of the game for the Bulls. Brown into shotgun. Trips to the right. Looks right. Throws. And it's broken up. Well defended there. They barely lost on a late second field goal to Rutgers in the season opener. And they're playing Ohio State within 10 points. That game in the opening minutes of the third quarter. Third down. And Tony down there. I beg your pardon. That is Johnson down the middle of the field, streaking along the sideline. And he will step out of bounds. Tony Johnson, the transfer from Cincinnati. They were very high on him when they got him in the portal.
Yeah, this is a great job by Beck. Usually in this situation, third and short, you're looking for the hitch to Tony. They decided not to go there, go to the second level.
And now they got the horses back in there. For a minute there, I thought Maui Noah was out of the game. He has come back on, and they hand it off. Fletcher looking for more. He has more. He's sniffing a third touchdown in this game. That's enough for a first down. First and goal inside the 5 for Miami. All right, well, now on second and goal from the 5, outside the 5, are you still going to give it to Fletcher? They are. No, it's Beck on the quarterback keeper, and he is banged down hard at the 1-yard line by Fred Gaskin. They're going to throw it. And it is a touchdown to Shamar Brown out of the backfield. And that makes it 41-12 Miami. All Hurricanes here at Hard Rock Stadium tonight. Zechariah Poyser. Here's Isaac. Or I beg your pardon, Norton gets chopped down. Number 5, not number 15, Cartavius Norton. They were so good in that season opener against Notre Dame. 7 new starters from a year ago. They had a couple of takeaways. They held Notre Dame to 314 total yards. Dimron still on his feet down the sideline. Takes a big hit. And then Miami, number 5. Sacked. That is Booker Pickett Jr.
And now they're rolling a D-line.
Out of Wharton High School in Tampa. And, of course, that is where the University of South Florida is located. Little screen and a nice one. Eccles, Jonathan Eccles, first time we've called his name tonight. Ranked as the 3rd best tight end in the country coming out of high school. 88. Remember that name here in Miami.
That's a big quarterback.
Yeah, he really is. I don't know if it was the Georgia uniforms, the color scheme. Here's Williams trying to get into the end zone. By the way.
Well, yeah, I mean, they do go through the entire roster. But, yeah, it's a good opportunity for them to get reps, see what they can do, put stuff on tape for them.
And that'll be a touchdown for Gerard Pringle Jr. So they're not trying to humiliate anybody here. They're just giving these guys a chance to play.
Listen, they're just playing football.
Those guys practice every day, too.
Yeah, you see the line just doing a great job opening up those lanes for Pringle to get in. Robbie in the booth.
Yeah, the big bosses are here for this one. Well, the biggest game we've ever had here on CW. Unfortunately, it was interrupted by bad weather. Nonetheless, It was great to be down here, and what an impressive outing for Mario Cristobal's Miami Hurricanes, going to 3-0 on the year.